Yeah, Guapo, ha, Guapo, huh, Guapo, MoBlock, Guapo, Guapo, Guap, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, talk shit, get your head popped, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, talk shit, get your head popped, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, talk shit, get your head popped. MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Liam here with another edition of the MoBlock Power Ratings. Changes are happening ever so quickly in this league as we begin the process of separating pretenders from contenders. Luckily, with this 7-man playoff format you guys have, this should all come down to week 14 as to who is going to get in the playoffs. More than likely, a 7-loss team is going to qualify for that final seed. Now let's begin to unveil the changes we've made for this week's edition of the Power Ratings. Remaining at number 12 and still the number 1 contender to win the cheerleader costume, we have Mencho aka Chris. These last 2 weeks have been incredibly solid outputs as your top players have regained their elite outputs. If they can keep it up for the next few weeks, you can find yourself climbing out of the basement and possibly making a playoff push, as crazy as that sounds. The one thing you have to do to complete your lineup is move on from Travion Henderson. We all draft busts in fantasy, the best teams simply admit their busts and move on from them. You continue to stick him in your lineup week after week and it's killing you. Remaining at number 11, we have Cristiano Garcia. There's been some very tough breaks for you this season as your top draft picks simply haven't been performing. Jaden Daniels is now hurt again, and what's even worse is you traded away what was an elite backup option with Drake May. What the Raiders did on offense last week was a fucking disgrace, and I feel bad that you have to rely on them, considering you have Janty, Brian Thomas. I have no clue what the hell happened to him, but it's almost like he's playing scared. Adams and Egbuka are great pieces, and I think you have something with Woody Marks, but those high draft picks have to step up in a big way. Remaining at number 10, we have Juan. The last few weeks, your team has been zapped of its explosiveness, and it's been killing you. This is a huge opportunity to bounce back and get your season trending in the right direction, with both your Ravens players returning and hungry considering they have to carry that team with its horrible defense. The rest of your team, though, I'm not feeling so hot about. Mason is now back in a split, Etienne has cooled off, Metcalf is way too up and down, and you still need another receiver with Ridley hurt. Let's see if Lamar can return to elite form, and you can get it turned around this week. Coming in at number 9, down 2 spots from last week, we have Roland. If you keep it up, you're going to be taking Mencho's spot for the number 1 contender to wear the cheerleader costume. The fact you didn't even bother to substitute an injured Njoku shows to me, and the rest of the league, that you've simply given up. Vontae skated by you and he had 2 donuts in his lineup. Kamara and Pollard have fallen off like I predicted earlier in the year, and you simply don't have a quarterback. I think we can all now admit that Justin Fields was a wasted pick as well. I'd suggest you get on the phone and get moving because you don't want to be wearing the cheerleader costume. Remaining at number 8, we have Zay. You managed to skate by this past week versus the commissioner, but the same problem continues. Your running backs are as elite as possible, but your receivers are fucking horrendous. Jamo produced a donut, Jawan Jennings doesn't have any high output potential, and Judy is a bum. According to the commissioner, you were trying to move one of those running backs taking my advice, but when it came time to pull the trigger, you balked and tucked your tail between your legs. Coming in at number 7, down 2 spots from last week, we have Emmett. What's sad is that you had no business winning last week, but if you started any of the bench running backs over that Raiders receiver, you would have won. There's a chance you'll be on suicide watch after the season because you'll be on the outside looking in, and you do have the pieces to make a playoff run, but you shot yourself in the foot so many times by starting and benching the wrong guys. Injuries are starting to mount for you as well, and you combine that with the bye-apocalypse. I'll just say good luck. Coming in at number 6, up 3 spots from last week, we have Raquan. I think last week was one of your cleaner wins, as most of your top guys produced big time. Breece Hall, in this mess of a situation that is the New York Jets, has got to be a concern. I think the trade rumors are a little overblown, but the fact that he is possibly injured as well, it makes me wonder if he is even startable. Coming in at number 5, up 1 spot from last week, we have Dashon. If I got to be honest, I don't see you being here for much longer. Aaron Jones returning allows you to finally remove Algiers from your starting lineup, but I still think you're a player short. Add to the fact that A.J. Brown picked up an injury after the filthy Eagles finally rediscovered the forward pass. Doesn't help matters at all. I see you finally figured out how to work the waiver wire, which is a positive sign, but now try to work the trades and see what you can come up with. Coming in at number 4, down 2 spots from last week, we have Markel. I still have high belief in your team, as dropping 150 points in a loss is a tough break, but at 3 to 4, I have to drop you slightly. With Debo expected to play this week, you now return to having that well-balanced lineup that I think is hard to come by in fantasy. I think your 3 to 4 is different from the Commissioners or Zay, so just stick with it, you'll climb out. Coming in at number 3, up 1 spot from last week, we have Vontae. Similar to Deshaun's case, I just don't expect you to be here for much longer. Losing Mike Evans now for the rest of the season is killer. Part of the reason I had you in the upper half was due to the fact that you were going to be getting some of these big names back for the near future. But now the future isn't looking as bright. Add to the fact that your scoring outputs have been very weak, and had it not been for playing Roland, you would have lost last week. We'll see how you fare this week against Markel. Coming in at number 2, up 1 spot from last week, we have Jamar. You are officially the hottest team in the league now, with 4 wins in a row, and with CeeDee Lamb back in the fold, you are a legit contender. You have a big test this week as you play this ugly motherfucker, so I'm excited to see how this plays out. And coming in at number 1, we have this ugly motherfucker Pepe. Again, I'm getting paid extra, but with the way the Chiefs were force-feeding the ball to Rashee Rice last week, it looks like it's going to have to take an incredibly downward turn, health-wise, to knock you out of this top spot. Since nobody hears a word from you, you decide to send ridiculous trades to troll and send people in an uproar, which I can honestly say is elite trolling, but don't expect anybody to trade with you now that you chase them away. There you have it, guys. I am looking forward to seeing how everything plays out, and I will be back on October 29th with another edition of the MoBlock Power Ratings. Good luck, everyone.